You're successful on paper, but privately still feel like you are faking it. You lead meetings like a queen, but shrink in love like a little girl. You don't sabotage because you are weak. You sabotage because your identity never actually caught up with your results. Hi, my name is Matusz, and this is Love Leaders. No more chasing. It is time to choose yourself. Imposter syndrome doesn't sound like survival, but it is. It is the inner child gripping your mic every time you walk on a stage you prayed for. It is the echo of old guilt every time you receive what your past self thought was impossible. It's not a glitch, it's a script designed to keep you emotionally safe, even if it costs you everything you say you want. Look, I know you. You're the woman people admire. You're the one they go for wisdom, for clarity, for execution, right? But what you don't see is that you still feel like a visitor in your own success. That deep down, some part of you is still scanning the room waiting for someone to say, you don't belong here, or you're not actually that good, or it was just luck, right? So you over deliver, you over function, you prove, you perfect, you perform. And when the praise comes, you flinch because receiving it feels like deception, like you pulled something off that's not imposter syndrome, that's inherited shame. Let me tell you a story. A client of mine, we'll call him R, came to me in his late 50s. Brilliant, accomplished, hyper capable, but tortured by self doubt. He couldn't stop second guessing himself, needed constant validation, was chronically late, not because of poor planning, but self sabotage. Why? We traced it back to one moment, a car accident. His brother driving, R in the back seat. His brother didn't survive. He told me, I have lived my entire life trying to justify that I made it. I feel like I stole his life. That wasn't imposter syndrome. That was survivor guilt wrapped in success. So no wonder he didn't feel like he deserved the wins. His nervous system was still back in that car. But now here is the shift. He didn't need 10 more mindset sessions. He needed to meet that moment with who he is today. So we went back, not in pain, but in power. We used tapping, we used hypnoanalysis, we used somatic release and future projection. And what happened? He finally saw the moment, but not through the eyes of a scared boy, but the man he is right now. What changed? Everything. His inner script updated. His actions followed. His imposter syndrome gone. Now, if this cracked something open, feel free to subscribe to my channel and please share it with someone who needs to hear this because it might just save their life. Here is what I want you to see. You are not your imposter syndrome. You are the author of the script it came from, and you are allowed to rewrite it. But you cannot rewrite it with logic. You need to go where it lives, your unconscious mind. This is where hypno-coaching lives and why it became the method behind Love Leaders. Because traditional coaching works, but works with conscious mind. It finds the obstacle, suggests new actions, builds change through repetition. But hypno-coaching, it removes the obstacle, rewires the identity, installs congruence where there was once survival. It's not magic, it's just what happens when your nervous system stops trying to protect you from your own expansion. Does it make sense? Now, traditional coaching works with who you think you are, but hypno-coaching speaks to the part of you who knows who you are. And there is a difference. When you bring that part online, you stop performing power, you start being it. And that is what hypno-coaching does. Now, if you are done performing power and ready to lead it, you might be ready for a reset. Becoming a love leader is your next chapter. The link is in the description of this video. So let me ask you this. What if your imposter syndrome was never yours to begin with? What if it was the echo of a moment you outgrew but never updated? What if everything you have built, the success, the insight, the clarity, was always yours, but your body just hasn't caught up yet? Because you weren't born doubting yourself, right? You learned to. And if it was learned, it can be unlearned. That's what we do in Love Leaders. Not heal the past. We reclaim the present. We bring your true identity back online. The version of you who speaks without spiraling, who leads without explaining, who receives without guilt, who succeeds without waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that version, she's not a fantasy. She is your baseline when you remove the mask. Oh, and one more thing. You're not an imposter. You are just running on a script that no longer fits your soul. So let's update the system. Let's bring your brilliance home. And now, a question for you. What old script are you ready to outgrow this week? Drop it in the comments below and subscribe for more videos that help you lead from soul, not just from strategy. Thank you very much for your attention.